Hello, thanks for tuning in. So, gonna focus on isolation and solitude. Solitude sounds better than isolation, but I've been having more of this isolation for the past 6 months, and it's just amazing how I don't go a lot of places, but when I do, the contact with people are minimal. And I've met a few people that I've shared my phone number and hoped they'd call me because of sharing some similar awareness of what's going on in the world. And it just doesn't happen. So, God brings people into our lives and then he takes them out. And this has just kind of been way more than I anticipated. But it made me start making videos and sharing my testimony and just hopefully finding other like-minded people that are going through similar things. And this theme that I keep seeing in people, it's been for years, but it's more accentuated now, is this need to be busy. And we only connect through our busyness. And the time for human connection and just checking in, even for a few minutes, it's just not happening. And that just doesn't sit well with me anymore. And so if that kind of human connection is not happening, I don't force it. I just continue to remember him, remember God. And that's what I got in my spirit the other day when I was checking in, and it's just like, why does this keep happening, God? Why? And the message was, now you know what it's like for me when my children are too busy to reach out or to spend time with me. And I think it's just a fraction of what he is going through for sure. I remember about a year ago, I had a situation where I was just at home and nothing was happening that day. And I felt a gentle presence of Jesus sitting in a chair across from me. And I'm like, what are you doing here? Don't you have more important things to do? And the response in my spirit was, well, people are too busy. They don't want to just be with me. There has to be activity, there has to be drama, and then they turn to me. And I'm like, yeah, but it's kind of boring here. And to him, it was just refreshing, I guess. So, yeah, I just had some quiet moments. Okay, I'm here. You're here. Nothing big and dramatic. And then it dissolved after a few minutes. Yeah, and it's Sunday, and I haven't been to a church in a couple months. And even before that, it had been well over a year. I gave up on it. I got so tired of the performance. And after going to a dozen churches and seeing that pervasive theme in the bigger or the smaller churches, I can't do it anymore. I just can't. And I was remembering the other day a talk I had with a minister in California. And it was before I had left that area and came back to the Midwest. And we had such a good connection. I went to his office after he had invited me in some class I was participating in. And near the end of the session, he shared a profound experience he had of being taken up to the throne room. And he had been an active member of the church, up on the stage and traveling. And the interaction with the Father was along the lines of, this minister was saying, everything I do, it's for you. It's all about you. And the Father said, no, it's not about me. It's about you. You don't really know me. And he was dumbfounded. But it just shows how, if we're used to playing a certain role and we don't go deeper into a personal relationship with him, it becomes more about us. And he said after that, when he got out of that vision, he had 3 painful weeks of feeling the absence of the Father. Can you imagine? We feel him to some extent when we're believers, but to have him withdraw and to feel that pain of the emptiness of him. And this minister said he was so relieved when he started to feel his presence again. And he's wanted to share this with others, especially other pastors. But he said they're also caught in their role. And there's not much I can do except just be ready for when they are ready to go deeper. And I think the Father is calling us to him more. And the same with Jesus. We can't really do his work if we don't know who he is. And if we're meant to know him more, and if we seek him and we have that willingness, things will be orchestrated for us to get to know him more. Whether it's through scripture or having these heart-to-heart talks. I mean, I've told him, I'm pretty frustrated. I'm pretty frustrated. But I've had to work out these resentments and these feelings of being baffled. And just trusting in his process. The whole way he orchestrated me to be finally looking in his direction was his work. And whatever you're going through, you'll get through it. There is a plan. We're part of something bigger. I don't always know. I usually don't know what it is, though I often do tap into other people who think they know and share their ideas. I don't cling to any kind of predictions anymore because I held on to them for the past 5 years. And things are shifting. People around me are still not really making the connections yet. But so I hope this helps you in some way. Until the next time, bye.